Hello and welcome to another video. I'm making up the numbers. Slight change in format this week in that I'm going to show you 3 races instead of just the one. Had a bit of a funny week, work's been a bit stressful, so the first video I'm out for a little bit of revenge if I can do it on the in that I was kicked off and booted. My first victory was cruelly taken away from me. I didn't do a qualifying lap, I just went straight in. I still remember my way around the track quite well, so just carried on in the Scirocco again, qualifying in 6th, and took traction control off and completely forgot to ease into the throttle, so losing a couple of places on the start, but never wanted to just give up. I carried on. Into the first corner we go and make our way through this relatively unscathed. Just let the guys in front have a bit of a fight. The plan for this week, it was just kind of reset. I had a few races in that I was driving angry, trying my best to do better after I was robbed of my first victory. So rather than trying desperately to make up places, I decided just to have a go at getting around the track, avoiding penalties and collisions, and letting the other people fight and me taking those positions as they inevitably go off the track. The strategy worked quite well. I think it was a bit disappointing qualifying 6th. Perhaps I should have done some more qualifying in that the others had a few more days when I wasn't playing in order to get better around the track. So that was a bit of a mistake, but as long as if I can come out of the race with a decent result, I'd be happy with that, having not played for a couple of days, being very, very angry actually, just because I drove the perfect race, and you can see that in the last video, and was punted off. I've watched it back a few times, and I really can't forgive the guy. I think he did just get rid of me, but that is the nature of the game, so that's how we go. And really going forward, I just want to try and get out of the D driver rating and get my sportsmanship rating up as well, because I think with these lower end lobbies that you come into, people just batter you off, and indeed in the 3rd race you'll see today is utter carnage. But here we go, and just onto the first straight. So lost a position on the first lap, which is okay, and running through into 7th. Just fast forward in there because some guy just reset there, so we get to take his position, and into the 2nd corner retake our 6th position, which we qualified in. So going forward, it's not so bad. Plenty of racing left to do, not halfway through yet. Hoping to maybe take up a position or 2 if possible. But then again, as long as if it's clean, I'm happy with the pace. I would take 6th, and just letting people as they drive wide lines, I just let them take it. A bit of contact. I was slowing down, I couldn't have gone anywhere other than off the track, so that's okay. I don't quite understand why my sportsmanship rating went down for that, but never mind. So coming into the end or rather the start of the 3rd lap, but still back down in 7th as this guy goes off and retake our 6th position. So that's not terrible. Just over half the race gone, and the green sportsman rating. Really want to try and get that up if I can, and get my driver rating up as we go into the last lap. Just coming round into the final straight, I was making up time on the guy in 5th. Just ran out of road in order to try and take him. So happy with the 6th position, qualified in 6th, finished in 6th. That's okay. No penalties, didn't spin off the track, didn't punt anyone off, so all in all, a successful race in my opinion. Oh, I forgot I qualified in 8th, so that's good, 2 positions up. Happy. That's all good. That's a surprise, a happy surprise. I did do the race a little while ago. And here we are in the 2nd race, round Brands Hatch, jumping back into the Cayman. Mainly because I love the car. I'm the only guy driving this. I'm qualifying in 10th. The guy ahead in 1st for a good 5.5 seconds ahead of the pace. Again, fiddling around with the traction control, remembering it was a rolling start, so don't need it on to begin with. As we come into the 1st lap. So starting from 10th, there's a Spaniard up ahead of me in 9th, the plan again, just get through the first corner as best as I can, unscathed, happy to lose a position, just so long as we don't lose the some track position as well as some pace, but relatively safe corner, backing out slightly, as I'm just going to sit back and let this pack of drivers ahead of me fight it out. Guy right up on the grass there, no space to make that move, but still did it anyway, but no harm done. Back into 11th as he goes wide, clearly driving far too fast, no control over the car, and I retake 10th. Coming into this slow corner, get punted by the Spaniard, but again no massive harm done, lost some time on the guys ahead as he tries to take the line up the inside, which I don't think there's a way through. Even if the guy ahead of you is going far slower than you are, you can't safely take that line. A bit of contact there, but no harm done. Let the Russian take 10. As this Brit, who's flying round again, just smashes into the Russian, puts him into the sand, and then some more bumper cars as we go along. So again, just slow up, let them fight each other, they'll smash each other off the track eventually, and I will retake the position. As the Brit flies around that corner again, and the guy spinning out, just the cars are everywhere. See, this is what I mean, I'm faster than him, but I slow down because I don't want to punt him. He's going to make an error as he just tries to hit me. I don't know if that was on purpose, I'm assuming not, but again, no harm done. As the Spaniard comes by, having got himself a penalty up the inside, but with space this time, so I think that's a fair move. As we come into this slow corner, I back out slightly, don't want to come into the back of him. I think I'm slightly fast through that corner into lap 2, as this guy is starting to get a bit annoyed now with people doing that. Could I be faster? Maybe, but I think it's a bit of a dangerous move. He did make it stick, but you know, he could have easily gone to the back and be causing us both to slow up, so I thought I'd give him a little bit back. Shouldn't have done that really, but just a bit angry, so I went round. Not that he lost the position, and he carries on. I'm in this slipstream going into lap 3, and then just coming round to the end of lap 3, I've made up a position just because I think a guy decided he'd had enough and quit, so made up that position. And as we see these guys fighting, this Brit again driving, he's using me as a brake, and I get a sportsmanship rating down. Guy on the side there into the final lap, as we come along to finish the race in 9th. So not terrible, but could have been quicker and just involved in some shenanigans that I didn't really want to be involved with. But you know, it's not the end of the world. Upper position, which is marvellous. So happy with that race overall. Competitive if I can get a bit of clean air, but if I'm involved in some bumper cars, can't do anything. Now on to the third race I want to show you, which is just utter carnage. It's fun and insane, but I'm not entirely sure it's racing. So qualifying in 3rd in the single model race on the GTO, and you'll see that the guy in 2nd this time, or no, the guy in 1st actually, forgets to turn off his traction, or turn on his traction control, and just doesn't go anywhere. So round we go into this first corner where the carnage just begins. This is where I need some help. I've no idea. Where do you put your car? Just 3 abreast, 2 abreast, just people smashing into each other. Where do you even go? They come, you can't just drive off the track, you can't drive into them, you just have to accept they're going to hit you. As we come into the 2nd corner, as these guys are going way wide there, as I get hit by this white dude who's just, I think, just has it out for me this whole race. Every time I hit a corner, he comes and gives me a little bit of contact. Nothing too malicious, it clearly isn't trying to pump me off, just maybe he's going a bit too quick, or maybe he's just showing me a little bit of love. Then again, same, driving in as I take the inside line, but I didn't have anywhere else to go. as people go invisible, and so do I as I'm inside somebody. I'm driving down the main straight as we go 2 abreast, but then again lots of room here, so nothing to be too concerned about. As everyone's just congested up trying to get around the corner. I don't know what happened here. I don't think I touched him, or maybe I did. It was close, but we lose those after the first lap. Happy for that little punt, get me back up to speed. As we started in 3rd and dropped all the way down to 9th because of chaos, and this guy's all over the place, and me trying to avoid him getting hit by the blue car, and get a rating down. There's nowhere for me to go. I either hit him or the blue car hits me. There's no options, but never mind. As we continue on, the blue car going very wide, as I hope to try and make up some ground. A little bit of contact that was my fault, but nothing too concerning. Happy with that SR down, because that was a bit my fault really. As we spin the red guy all over the place, a bit of drifting going on there. I mean, it looks cool, but everybody's just so slow and all over the place. He drifts, the guy in the blue GTO drifts slightly into me, didn't push me off the track and then backed out, so we're alright with that. Didn't drop me any time as this red guy tried to drift around the corner again. The guy in the white GTO's coming, rejoining the race over there. Absolutely insane as we try our best not to get a penalty. I thought that there was no chance I was coming out of this race clean. I don't get a penalty, obviously a few SRs down, but in most of them apart from that one I don't think there's anything I could have done to stop it. As we slowly make our way around the corner, he's going far too quick. He's not going to get around the corner that way unless he's drifting, and I'm not entirely sure that's what you should be doing around this track. But never mind, position remains in 7th and carrying on a bit of clean air. A gap between me and 6th and a gap between me and 8th, so hopefully he can just get round unless I get dive bombed again by somebody who's using me as a brake. But hopefully they'll go invisible and leave me to it. As we come up the main straight into that long corner into the end of the lap, we are not doing badly. As we come round the corner, a bit of drifting from me, and this guy just goes off the track, going into the straight and doing all right really. I think up to 6th and having survived the onslaught of bumper cars. I think last time I actually went to play bumper cars, it was about £3, and you just smash into each other, whereas I'm not entirely sure that's what you're meant to do on Gran Turismo, but that's what people seem to be doing. The guy in the white GTO, maybe I probably have taken the wrong line there actually looking at it, but having said that, nobody's fast around here and he should be aware of that. But he's not, but never mind, he's come under the Dunlop Bridge. Carried on, so these guys have made up a bit of a time back on me as we try and fend them off. As he comes into the side, I think there was space there. He had options not to hit me, but hit me anyway. As we race down, trying to beat him to the corner, but just not enough speed. So he'll go ahead as I just slightly late on the brake, but I let him have the position back. As we keep going, I didn't want to hit him, and into the final lap in 7th. So just a lot of bumping. That was my fault. But the one into the back of me necessarily wasn't. But it was very just on his rear corner there. I just misjudged the distance and went into the back of him. So down into 8th position, and not doing well at all. But still alive, no penalties. The planned strategy still in place. Just let people fight each other if I can, and hopefully take some positions back. But it's all just chaos. It was, like I said, great fun, a brilliant bit of arcade, but probably not what the people that invented Gran Turismo Polyphony decided should be done during these sorts of races. You know, fine, Mario Kart, go for it, but this is Gran Turismo. I will take the fun. It was a good laugh, and it was enjoyable as we finish up the race now into at the main straight we finish in 5th, 8th rather, lap 5, finish in 8th. So down a few positions, but no penalty. All good, and that's the end really. A lot of resetting to be done, and happy with some of the performance. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.